everyone, welcome to flow. It's a bit more of a core flow today, so we'll get started. So lying back on the floor, just let your feet fall out to the sides, arms down beside you. Just get your breath first, then you can take your left hand near your heart, right hand on your belly. Just feel the rise and fall of the belly and the chest as you inhale and exhale. One more breath in as you inhale through the nose, feel the belly rise. And then slowly let it out through the nose as to exhale. Bring your right knee into your chest. Just trying to avoid your ribs, bring down towards your shoulder. Try and keep the back flat. Try and extend that left leg out. Try and maybe press the heel away from you. Keep the calf on the floor. And then release, change sides. And again, avoid the ribs. Bring it down towards your shoulder. Make sure the right leg is engaged. So flex the foot so the calf is on the floor. Then you can relax it. And then release, and then bring both knees into the chest. You can roll yourself up into a little ball. And then slowly release down. Just take the hands behind the knees and just rock and roll a few times along the length of the spine. And then come into tabletop. So rolling forward, coming back into your hands and knees, and we'll just create some movement into the spine. So starting with a neutral spine, so make sure your spine is flat, crown of the head towards the front of the room, tailbone towards the back of the room. And then as you inhale, drop the belly down, draw the shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, squeeze the belly in, tuck your tail under, chin to your chest. Inhaling as you drop the belly, shoulders drawn back, look up. And then exhale, squeeze the belly in, tuck the tail right under. Inhaling again, lift up, drop the belly, shoulders drawn back. So you're trying to open up the chest here. As you exhale, squeeze the belly in, you tuck the tail under, you search for your belly button. Let's do 2 more times here. Inhaling, lift up, look up. And exhale, squeezing the belly in. One more time, inhaling. And then exhaling. I'm going to hold this. So keep your tailbone tucked under. So you're drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button. And then tuck your toes under and lift your knees a couple of centimeters off the floor. So you're going to hold this here for 20 seconds. My 20 seconds is using my watch that's on my wrist. There's not one there, so I've got to count. So keep your tailbone tucked under, think about your sit bones drawing together. Keep pressing the hands hard into the floor, holding it there, nice and strong. Squeezing the belly in, drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button, pushing the floor away from you, and then releasing it down. Bring those hands a little further forward. You're going to keep those toes tucked under, come up into your down dog. You can start to walk your dog out, pressing the heels down one at a time. You want to stretch out through the calves, you might even feel a bit more in the hamstring. And it doesn't matter if you cannot get your heel to the ground. You want to lengthen through the spine, maybe through the sides of the body as you swing the hips slightly. From side to side as you drop the opposite knee down. I'm going to come into stillness here. Again, focus on your breathing. Bend the knees a lot so you can get your chest closer to your thighs. And then lift the hips up then. So your spine is long. You're going to press down through your thumb and your index finger so your hands don't roll out. Doesn't matter if you cannot get the heels to the ground. You want to get those hips up nice and high. Hold here for a couple of breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose, let the head hang. Coming forward into a high plank. This is where everything gets started. From here we're going to do everything's like 20, the 20-second mark, 20 pulses, 20 taps, you name it, it's all about the 20. So first of all, in our plank, we're just going to drop the knee, 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 keep your tailbone tucked under. Keep it going here. We have 10 more to go, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into down dog. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. Just make sure when you come into your plank that you're tucking your tail under, drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button. So you want to really sort of lift up through the core, through the pit of the belly. Hold here for a moment. We're going to come back into our plank, so take a deep inhale. Exhale, come back into your high plank. From here, just take the feet a little bit wider. Squeeze through your glutes. You're going to take your hands and tap your shoulders, so without moving your hips. And again, it's all about the 20, 20, 20. So there we go, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19 and 20. Again, just press yourself back up into your down dog. Adjust the feet if you need to. Sit bones up towards the ceiling, let the head hang. Find your breath. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, come forward into your high plank again. Tuck the tail under. This time you're going to hover your leg off the ground. Squeeze the glutes. And then change it over without letting those hips drop, keeping your shoulders directly over your wrists. And again, just swapping over those feet. Keeping the tailbone tucked under, drawing the pit of the belly in. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, and 20. Come back into your down dog. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. Now remember, if you're a little bit too weak in the upper chest there, in the shoulders, you can always come down to the elbows when you do that as well. Or you can do less and have a little rest and come back to down dog. Let's get started. A little bit more here, more movement. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. Stepping your feet to the front of your mat, feet together. Inhale into a half lift. So take your hands onto the shins. You want to find strength in this posture here. So half lift up. So really think about the muscles in the back of the body, allowing the spine to lengthen here. Inhaling as you exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees a lot here, or you can have straight legs. I would probably say have bent knees. Especially if you're new to yoga as well. Before you warm up, you might want to do a few bent knee ones anyway. As you inhale, half lift, hands on the shins. Use the strength from the back of the body to lift that chest up. Inhaling as you exhale, fold and hand stretch out the legs. You can have the knees still bent, slight bend, you'll still get that stretch in your hamstrings. Still protecting that lower back. Now inhale as you sweep the arms all the way up. Draw the belly in. As you exhale, come into that forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. Hands on the shins if you want to lift that chest a little higher and have a little bit more control with inhaling and getting strength in the spine. As you exhale, step back into your high plank. So make sure your shoulders stay directly over your wrists. Inhaling, as you exhale, release the knees and then take the chest to the floor. Just modifying it down for the first few rounds. Inhale for a baby cobra here. So again, activating the muscles in the back of the body. And as you exhale, come back into down dog. You might want to go back into your child's pose there. Then come into your down dog. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. Left foot leading, stepping to the front of the mat, feet together. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a fold. Inhale to sweep all the way up. Exhale again into your forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Keep the shoulders directly over the wrists. Inhaling, nice and strong. And as you exhale, release the knees. Then the chest to the floor. Point the toes, start engaging the thighs. Inhale, baby cobra. And as you exhale, coming back into your down dog. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. Right foot leading, step or float the front of the mat, feet together. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale to a fold. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale to come on down. Inhale to a half lift. Step back to your high plank. Inhaling nice and strong as you just engage, hug muscle to bone. Exhale, release the knees and chest to the floor, elbows in. Baby cobra to inhale. Exhale, coming back into your down dog. One more time, Sun A. Inhaling. Fully exhale, left foot leading. Step or float the front of the mat, feet together. You can start to take it up if you're a little bit more advanced. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a fold. Inhale to sweep up. Exhale, come all the way back down. Inhale to your half lift. Step back, left foot leading to high plank. Inhaling. As you exhale, knees and chest to the floor. Hug the elbows in, shoulders are back. Inhale, baby cobra, squeeze through the glutes, point the toes. Then exhale, come back into your down dog. From here in your down dog, we're going to come into our plank and do a bit of mountain climbing. A bit of mountain climbing is a little bit like this. Alright, we're just going to try and draw those knees towards your elbows. We're going to run it. So we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your down dog. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. Find your breath again. Inhaling. Fully exhale. Come back into your high plank again. Let's do that one more time. So squeeze those glutes, tuck the tail under. Draw the knee towards the elbow to start off with. Start running it. Keep your shoulders directly over your wrist. And start mountain climbing. Now we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive those hips back up towards the ceiling. We'll go into our sun bees. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. Step or float the front of the mat, feet together. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to a fold. Come into a chair pose. So sweep those arms through. Hold here, sit back in the heels. From here, we'll make sure our tailbone is tucked under. Try and squeeze your sit bones a little bit, sit down a little bit lower into the heels. You can take a Y shape with those arms. From here, inhaling, as you exhale, coming down to Navasana. Straight into boat pose. All we're doing is just reaching those arms towards your little pinky fingers, lifting that chest up nice and high. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, come into a low boat. From here, you want to still keep the shoulders off, toes up, reaching those fingers. Inhale to a high boat. Inhale, and as you exhale into a low boat. Inhaling and exhale back into your high boat. From here, we're going to come back into our chair. So knee shoot, get a bit of momentum. Back into your chair. Sit nice and low into the heels. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale, step back into your high plank. Push the floor away from you again. You can modify it down to your knees and chest to the floor, or you can take it to chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog or your baby cobra. Then exhale back into your down dog. Come into warrior one on that right leg. Step the right foot behind the right hand. Square the hips off. Make sure you press down through the outside of that left foot. Root down and rise up. Relax the shoulders. Tuck the tail under, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, release down, step back into your high plank. Inhaling, then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog, and exhale, coming back into your down dog. Left foot leading, coming into your warrior one. Again, press down to the outside of that right foot, square the hips, tuck the tail under, root down and rise up, relax the shoulders. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you'll come down into your high plank. Inhale in your high plank, then exhale chaturanga or knees and chest. Inhale into your up dog or your baby cobra, then exhale coming back into your down dog. Always coming back to the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Remember, your down dog is an active resting pose, so you can hang out here for a little longer if you need to. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. Step or float the front of the mat, feet together, right foot leading. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale to a fold. Come into your chair pose again, sweep the arms through. Sit down into the heels. Make sure you see those toes when you look down, wiggle them around. Tuck the tail under, lift up. Think about your shoulder blade moving towards your hips. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, coming to Navasana, so chair pose. Sweeping it down, taking it down. Lift that chest up, point those toes, holding there. Take your hands to your heart. All we're going to do is just a little twist, a little twist, a little twist, a little twist. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, lucky last, 20. Good. Take your hands forward, lift that chest up. Slowly take your feet to the ground, hands to the floor, laying all the way down. Take those legs up. And release your right leg to the floor, the heel. So you've got an L shape, going to hover the heel off the ground. Take your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, and little pulses here. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lucky last, changing those legs over. And again, make sure legs are straight. If you have to bend the knee, that's fine. Make sure you press your lower back into the floor. And again, pulsing for 20, 19, 18, 17. Keep it going. I'm not too sure where we're up to, but I reckon there'll be 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Try and make sure that your ribs are moving towards your hips. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees back in. Take those legs up. Take the palms to the floor. Press your lower back down into the floor. Hands behind again. Last lot of pulsing for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Again, ribs towards the hips. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring those knees down towards your shoulders. Come back into your chair pose. Sit into the heels. Tuck the tail under. Take a deep inhale. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Step back into your high plank, right foot leading. Push the floor away from you to inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees and chest to the floor. Come into your up dog as you inhale. Exhale back into your down dog. Come into warrior one, right leg. Again, square your hips off. Ground your feet down, sweep the arms up. Make sure you tuck that tail under. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. Step back, take your flow, high plank to low plank as you exhale. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Left foot, come into your warrior one. Ground your feet down. Lift up out of the hips with the arms and relax the shoulders. Square the hips off. Draw the belly in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release down. Step back into your high plank. Inhaling. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, coming back into your down dog. Let's get straight into it. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. You can step or float at the front of the mat, feet together. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale to your fold. Come into your chair pose again. Sink it right down, come back into your boat pose. I'm just going to hold our boat pose for 20 seconds. Keep breathing, keep lifting that chest up. Holding there. Nice and strong. Start to engage your triceps if you can. Relax the shoulders. It's like, yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme with those hands. So you're really trying to reach forward towards the outside of your feet there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. A little bit of momentum, a little bit of a roll back. Come back into your chair pose. Tuck the tail under, draw the belly in, sit back on the heels. Take a deep inhale. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale into a half lift, shoulders are back. Exhale, step back, right foot leading to high plank. Inhaling, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, back to the down dog. Warrior one, right leg. So ground your feet down. Rise up, relax the shoulders. Exhale to come all the way down. All the way down. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. We've got our left foot coming into your warrior one. Sweep the arms all the way up. And as you exhale all the way down to low plank. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale back into your down dog. Alright, just hold here, settle in, find your breath. So from here, take your inhale your right leg up. I want you to bend your knee. And then take your knee to your nose by drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button. Draw the shoulders directly over your wrists. Keep that foot flexed and squeeze your left thigh. Inhale, extend. As you exhale, take your knee to your right elbow or right tricep. And again, shoulders over the wrists. Keep your tailbone tucked under so pubic bone comes towards your belly button. Extend as you inhale. And then try that left side. Knee to your left tricep. Again, keep pressing the hands into the floor. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, extend. And this time, bend your knee, then open up your hip. So you're stacking your right hip on top of the left hip. So give it a go a few times. Just try to lift that right hip a little higher than the left hip. It's almost like you're a dog having a wee on a wheel. Fire hydrant. From here, you can flip your dog if you like. Or you can stay here and focus on keeping that knee lifted. Try and keep your shoulders square if it's possible. It is okay to lift and have a look under that right armpit. So you just take it where you want to take it. Have a look at your left leg and just make sure your inner thigh is rotating out. If you're in your flip dog, Make sure you press your feet down and lift these hips up. Your feet want to be parallel. If you're in your flip dog, come back and meet three-legged dog. Extend that right leg out and then release that leg down. Let's try the other side. So inhale that left leg up, bend the knee. Take a deep inhale again, and as you exhale, tuck your tail under, knee to your nose, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, extend. And as you exhale, knee to your left tricep, shoulders over the wrist, round out through the back, push the floor away from you. Inhaling, and then exhale, take a knee to your right elbow or tricep, keep pressing the hands into the floor. Inhale, extend. And as you exhale, bend the knee, and again, try and stack your left hip on top of the right hip, just getting used to lifting that hip higher than the right. Starting to be a little bit more aware of the body. And holding there, and again, drop the left shoulder down. You can also flip your dog here. If you're not sure what the flip dog looks like, it looks a little like this. I make sure my feet are parallel, I lift my hips up, I reach back. My focus, my drishti pointing on my hand and my fingers. Focus on the breath. I squeeze through my glutes to keep those hips high. And come back into your three-legged dog. So if you're in your little fire hydrant, if you had your knee up, drop the hip, extend to inhale. Exhale, release that leg down. From here, we're going to release those elbows to the floor. We'll do a dolphin. So hips up nice and high. And work the core a little bit more. We're going to walk those feet back. Bring those shoulders forward, directly over your wrists. Tuck that tail under. Squeeze the belly in. Going to roll over onto your right side. Stack your feet on top of each other, or you can let them just roll to the sides and lift the hips up. Take the left arm up. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, just reach under. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reach under. Last one, inhale. Exhale, coming back into your little plank on your elbows, your dolphin plank here. Tuck the tail under. Holding, breathing. Engage, hug muscle to bone. Skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Hugging everything in. Rolling over onto your left side. Again, you can stack your feet if you like, or have one foot in front of the other. Lift those hips up. Take the right arm up. Holding. Inhaling as you exhale, you're going to reach under. Inhale, keep squeezing the glutes. And then exhale, take it under. Inhale, open up. Exhale, try to take it down. Last one, inhaling. And exhale, coming back onto your elbows, into your plank, your dolphin plank. Tuck that tail under. Coming back into a high plank without a lot of movement in those hips. Take a deep inhale, exhale, drive the hips up into your down dog. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, take your knee to your nose. And then step your right foot behind your right hand. Setting up for Crescent Lunge. Sweep the arms all the way up. Alright, so just a little bit of a wiggle and a jiggle, move it around. Find your place where you need to have your feet. Put your heel high off the ground, tucking the tail under. Make sure your knee's not caving in, drives forward, sink into the front heel. Sweep those arms all the way up. Get nice and strong in that back leg. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, coming back into a little arrowhead here. So you're dropping the chest down, Hips stay low, squeezing that back thigh, nice and strong here. Keeping strong through the belly at the same time. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, reaching it back. So really start to fire up through the triceps as well, back of the arms. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, we're going to take flight here. So we're going to try and lift that back leg, holding for a few breaths here. And coming back into your crescent lunge. Nice and gentle, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, come into your arrow again. Bring your hands to your heart center. Make sure that back leg, your leg is nice and strong. Take a twist here to the right. So your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. You want to drop the hips a little. You want to keep pressing your right hand into your left hand. To keep your thumbs in the middle of the chest. Lift the chest off the thighs, squeeze through that left thigh. Come back into your crescent lunge. And as you exhale, come into warrior two. So you just want to make sure that your heels are lined up. Take your time getting into it. I have blocks here and here for me to reach, which I will need on the next bit. So have it nearby if you have a block. It doesn't matter if you don't. Take a deep inhale. Flip that front hand. Exhale. Inhale, rise up with that right arm. Reverse your warrior. And exhale, come into extended side angle. So drop the hips. Quite often people keep those hips up here. You want to drive the hips forward. Keep them down low. You want to try and open up those hips. Use your block, hand on the block. Means you're pressing your right elbow on the inside of that right knee. And then open up into warrior two. So just take your time. Just marrying up those heels, heel to heel alignment or heel to arch to the foot alignment. You don't want to be leaning over too much. You want to keep the shoulders directly over your hips. You want to make sure the knees pushing towards your pinky toe to open up so you can see the inside of that right foot. You're pressing the outside of the left foot into the floor. I want you to flip that front hand, reverse your warrior, inhaling. And as you exhale, come into extended side angle. Take your right elbow to your thigh, take the left arm up. You can use a block here. I have a block here. Place it on the inside of that right foot. Place your hand on there so you can allow the hips to drop down. Think about squeezing through the glutes. Lift that left arm up as much as you can. Drop the hips a little bit more. Try and keep your chin to your chest, your shoulder. You can take it to the top shoulder if you like. It's a little bit easy for the neck if you keep it to the bottom shoulder here. When you come back into your warrior two, nice and long through those arms. Flip that right hand, inhaling all the way up. As you exhale, take it to chaturanga. So release back into high plank. You're still exhaling to your chaturanga, inhaling to your up dog. Exhale back into your down dog. So everything the same on the other side. As you inhale that left leg up. Bring that knee to your nose, tuck your tail under. Touch it, and step your left foot behind that left hand. And again, take your time setting up for your crescent lunge. You can wiggle about, going side to side, forward, back. Try and get nice and strong in that back leg. Tuck the tail under, draw the belly as the pit of the belly pulls in. Relax the shoulders, keep your arms strong here. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, come into an arrowhead. It's almost like a humble crescent, some people call it.
I call it arrowhead. So start to engage your triceps as well. Engage the glutes, draw the belly in, inhale, sweep up. Start to feel that stretch in your hip flex on that right side. Exhale, coming back into your arrowhead. Inhale, taking it up again. And then this time, I'm going to take the arms back, come into your aeroplane. Take flight, so keep nice and strong through that back right leg there. Press down through that standing leg. Lift the chest up, keep your hips square, reach the fingers, chest moves to the front. And then coming back into your crescent lunge. Take your time, inhaling with the arms up, relax the shoulders to exhale. Find your grounding and then rise up. Inhale, exhale, reach the arms back into your arrow. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lift the chest, inhale, exhale to twist. So you want to take your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Press your left hand into your right hand, get your thumbs in the middle of the chest. Nice and strong in that back leg. Every time you're exhaling, you twist that a little bit more. Find length on the inhale, twist on the exhale. Gonna come back into your crescent lunge. Sweep the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, coming into warrior two. I'll have my back to you. You want to sink down in that front heel. Again, marry up your knees. Reverse your left hand, inhale, sweep up, sink the hips down. As you exhale, come into your extended side angle, right arm up. Drop the hips, don't keep the hips up high. Drop the hips. Use your block again if you like. Straight up. Press down to the outside of that right leg, right foot I should say. Shoulder blades drawn in, but reaching up with those fingers. And come back into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale all the way down. Step back into your high plank. Push the floor away, inhaling the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. And exhale, coming back into your down dog. Take a deep inhale. Fully exhale. You step or float to the front of the mat, feet together. Little baby steps are good. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale to a fold. And sweep those arms through into chair pose. Sit back in those heels. Relax the shoulders, draw the belly in. See if you can keep those knees squeezing, focus, breathe slow. Lift those heels as high as you can. And then release those heels down. Take a twist to your right side. Left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Looking over your right shoulder if you can. Pull the left hip back. Sit the heels down, draw the belly in. You can then open up those arms if you like. And then release, forward fold. Take your feet about hip width apart, so 2 fists between your toes and heels. Chest on your thighs, so get right down nice and low. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Loop them around your feet, your big toes. Elbows point out to the side, they fan out to the side. Keep your chest on your thighs. Lift the chest up to inhale. Exhale, pull the toes. You're trying to get your legs straight. They may not ever get straight. You're aiming the weight into the ball of the feet. The ball of the front foot, I should say. Shoulders move away from the ears.
Now start digging those heels in and point your sit bones up. Keep pulling at those toes. You want those lats to come into it. It's like you're at the gym doing a lat pull down, but you're upside down. Your biceps want to engage, so make sure you're squeezing those biceps. And then releasing. You're going to toe heel the feet together. Come back into your chair pose, so sink down nice and low. And my hair gets in my way. Sink to the heels, relax the shoulders, draw the belly in. Inhaling, relax the shoulders and lift those heels up nice and high. Focus on one point in front of you, heels up high. Whoop. And then release them down, take a deep inhale again. Exhale, twist to your left side. Pull the right hip back. Again, you want to drop the butt down, lift the chest up, find that rotation. Left hand presses into your right hand to get your thumbs in the middle of the chest. You want your bottom lower than your heart if you can. And then release, forward fold. Take your feet about hip width again. If you've got really tight hammies, go a little bit wider with the feet. This time the whole hand underneath the foot. So bend the knees as much as you need to get the whole hand. You want to massage your wrists with your toes if you can. Otherwise just go back and grab your big toes like you did before. Lift that chest up, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, elbows out to the side, let the head drop. You can keep a slight bend in the knees. You'll still get your hamstring stretch there. And then you can release. You can take those feet a little bit wider, drop the bottom down, come into Malasana. Oh, let me get my hair out of the way. Elbows on the inside of your knees. You want to make sure that you're not rounded over. You can do that to stretch out the spine. But we want to try and work on that posture and lift the chest up, shoulders drawn back. Keep a nice long spine if we can today. You have the choice to stay here, or if you want to go into a crow, into an arm balance, you have that choice. If you're not too sure what crow looks like, I'll just draw my feet a little closer. My knees come into my armpits and lean against my triceps, 1 foot at a time. Eye gaze forward. Jump back into a high plank. I will take my flow. If you're in Malasana, in that squat, walk those hands forward, take your flow, and we'll meet back in down dog. From here, take a deep inhale. Just slowly exhale. You're going to step your right foot forward for warrior one. Oh, sorry, warrior two, my fault. From here, just again, marry up your heels if you can. And then straighten out through that front leg. Squeeze your thighs up off your kneecaps. Again, keep your shoulders over the hips. Don't be hanging here. You want to hang here. Then tuck the tail under. You're trying to rotate your thighs up towards the ceiling if you can here. Squeeze and lift them up off the kneecaps. You want to find length when you come into triangle. So you want to lift up out of the hips still on both sides. And then once you've got your, as much as far as you can lengthen, reach down, reach up, open up. You're trying to turn that torso a little bit. Chin to the top shoulder, so pull it in, so you lengthen through the back of the neck. Or you can look to the ground instead. Use the strength of that left hand and lift yourself up and come into a goddess pose. So we're coming into a little squat here, so turn your heels out. Goddess squats, bring those elbows together. They stay up shoulder height. Press your hands into each other. So little squats here. So we're just going to bounce it. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Again, what happened to that 20-20-20? So again, we should be at about number 10 now. So we get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the elbows up. 3, 2, 1. Lift your right heel off the ground. Let's do another 10 here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. And we'll do like 10, 9. Lift the heel up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Hands onto the hips. Start straightening out through those legs. Keep your left toes pointed out, turn your right toes in. Again, get those hips nice and square to the front here. Start squeezing up through your thighs, arms out. Come into your warrior two and hold. Press down to the outside of that right foot. We'll come into a triangle on that other side, so find some length first and then turn those arms. Again, you want to try and tuck your tail under, peel the top hip back. The torso moves. You reach up, that arm up there is lifting you up. You're not collapsing. So press a hand on the inside of the calf to open up. And then coming all the way up again. Turn your toes in. From here, take the hands to the hips, elbows behind you. Tuck your tail under, squeeze through your thighs, lift up. Inhaling, exhale, forward fold. Good, take the hands to the floor. Lift the chest up. You can soften the knees and have a little play around if you like, but you want to inhale the spine long. As you exhale, lower yourself down. You can play around here, you can pull at those heels, find length in the spine. You can even take an inversion here into your tripod headstand if you like. I don't mind either way where you go with it. Press the outside of your feet into the floor, lift up through the arches, lift your thighs up, pull the sit bones up. And then release. You can start to walk your feet in, soften your knees, and then slowly roll yourself up. Good. You may need a strap here. I'm going to do a dancer just to help open up through the front of the body. We've done a lot of crunching at the start, so we want to try and open up through the back of the body. So with our dancer, I'll go side on here. So I'll try with I might turn around. So basically, what you need to do is just wrap your strap just over your foot. Find your balance first. Keep the knees close together. Once you've got your strap just hanging around your foot there, looped around, what you need to do is lift up those arms. Start kicking your foot into the strap. Start reaching your fists up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes and hold. See if you can hold it there for 20 seconds.
You can gently take it down. If you fall out, don't forget you can always just keep coming back in. Try the other side. So again, I just loop it around my foot. If you want to do a little bit tighter, you can. Doesn't really make much difference here. Whoop. Alright, so starting off with my knees together, hands behind, I'll walk down my strap as much as I can. Tuck the tail under, engage the glutes. Make sure you're pressing into the standing leg. Now you start lifting your fists up towards the ceiling, extending the arms up, pulling that knee back, getting a big stretch through the front of the body, holding for 20 seconds. And then slowly releasing it down. Good. You can place your strap to the side. Come back to the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale, sweep up. And exhale into your forward fold. Inhale into your half lift. Then step back into your high plank. Push the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. And exhale back into your down dog. You're going to walk your hands back to your feet. Slowly roll yourself up. And we'll come into our tree. So facing, it doesn't matter which way you face, but I'll face you guys just to make it easy to see. Again, I'll mirror image you. So I'll take my right foot on the inside of my left thigh. Take my hands to my heart center. You want to try and aim your knee to the floor, so pointing it down, then drawing it back. Keep your tailbone tucked under. So lift up through the belly. Press your hands into each other. Press your foot and your thigh into each other. This is going to help to bring everything down, ground you down. And then release. You're going to change sides. And again, you might want to try different arms, maybe reverse prayer. I press my palms into each other. I tuck my tail under. I point my big toe to the floor, my left foot that's in the thigh there. Aiming my knee to the floor, my left knee, drawing it back as I tuck the tail under. Ground down, lift up, find length in the spine every time you inhale. And then releasing. And then spinning around, coming again to the top of your mat. Take another flow through, inhaling. And as you exhale all the way down. Inhale to a half lift, step back into your high plank. Pushing the floor away to inhale, exhale chaturanga, or knees and chest if you're starting a little bit tired. Inhale into your up dog, and exhale coming back into your down dog. I want you to come into your high plank for me. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, come into a low plank. Come back into your high plank, go back into your down dog. We'll do that 2 more times through. Inhale into your high plank. Now remember, you can be on your knees if you like. Exhale into low plank. Inhale back to high plank. Then exhale back to down dog. So you have a choice there for your last one. Inhale into your high plank. Exhale into low plank. Inhale into high plank. Exhale into down dog. Fall into your high plank and slowly release the knees, draw the elbows in. Don't let your belly sink into the floor straight away.
Alright, well let me just move around. Actually, I might just turn around a little bit. Actually, I might just say if you just move down a little bit. And from here, we're just taking into locust. So we want those hands down beside us. I want you to squeeze your heels together to start off with. Just strengthen through the back of the body. And lift your feet and your chest off the floor, shoulders drawn back. Holding it there. A little bit more, a little bit longer. See if you can start to draw your little pinky toes towards the floor, the inner thighs rotating up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're taking those arms out to the back now, reaching the fingers back, squeeze through the triceps. Take the arms out to the side. Hold there a little bit longer, squeeze those shoulder blades in. Stretch those toes. Take those arms forward, Superman. Holding there for 4, for 3, for 2. Let's swim it. So opposite arm and leg. So just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Swing those arms. And your legs. Squeeze through the glutes. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the arms lifted. Keep those legs strong. For 4, for 3, for 2, and release it. Turn your head to the side. Bring the arms down beside you. And hold. Alright, bring those hands beside you. Come into a little up dog here. Press those hands into the floor. You can keep your knees on the floor if you like. And then just lift the knees off the floor. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Shoulders drawn back. See if you can turn your elbows on the inside. So turn your inside of your elbows facing each other. Shoulders drawn back a bit more. Point your tailbone to the floor. Squeeze your thighs. Inhaling. As you exhale, coming back into your down dog. Let the head hang. Sit bones up towards the ceiling. And we're going to come down onto your knees. You can step those feet through. Come into a lying down. Into a bridge. Again, you just want to be able to touch your heels with your fingers. I'll just move my hair out of the way. Keeping your lower back flat to the floor. Take the arms down beside you. Shoulders off the ground. Press the belly down. I just want you to reach towards the sides of the heels. So I'm going to do 20 of those. You've done 10 already. So you've got another 10 to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, releasing it down. From here, this is where you want to take it up into your bridge. Palms flat to the floor. Tuck your tight under, so draw your pubic bone towards your belly button and lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Start to engage through the glutes. You also still want to draw the belly in to help lift up. The more you press into your feet, the more your hips will lift. Now, the more you're going to press those shoulders down, the more your chest will lift. So interlace your fingers underneath, shimmy the shoulders underneath more. Start pressing your shoulders and feet on the floor to lift up through the front of the body. Squeeze through the back of the arms. Keep the tailbone tucked under, raise your right leg, extend that heel up towards the ceiling if you can. Keep pressing the shoulders down. Squeeze through the left glute. Release that right leg down, keep the hips lifted. And then draw that knee in and extend the heel up towards the ceiling. Don't let those hips drop. And then releasing it down. Lift those hips up one more time. And you can shimmy the shoulders out, start to soften through and roll it all the way down. You can draw the knees together. Let's let them fall in. The heels come out a little bit wider. You can hold it here. Or if you feel like you want to take it up even more and take it into a full wheel, you may. Or you might want to come into a bridge again, like we are. So, again, just adjust your feet so you can just tickle those heels, tuck the tail under, lift those hips all the way up. Shimmy the shoulders underneath. Interlace the fingers. You want to get nice and high through those hips and the chest. Lift the chin up and hold. If you're in wheel, bring your chin to your chest and you can lower yourself down from your shoulders, upper back, middle back, and all the way down. For us, we can come all the way down nice and slow. Bring the soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hold there. So allowing it just to release. Okay, taking your hands at your ears, you can interlace your fingers, thumbs down your neck. I want you to press your feet into each other. Roll the shoulders off the ground. From here we're going to pulse for 20 little pulses, ribs towards the hips. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. 10 to go. You don't want to bring those elbows forward, you want to keep them back. You don't want to have any neck issues here. So support your neck. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down, lift those legs up. Spread them. Take the hands between your legs. Reaching, imagine there's a wall there, so press the wall, little pulses. You're 10, or actually 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring those knees together, hug it in, and release it down. One foot at a time to the floor, and then walk those legs out. Just reach the arms above the head. I want you to walk your feet over towards the right and shimmy those shoulders a little bit over to the right, a little bit here. As you grab hold of that left wrist with your right hand, keep the shoulders down. So a little bit of a stretch through that left side of the body. You look like a banana asana. And then coming back to the centre. We'll take it over the other side. Walk those feet over towards the left a little. Shimmy the shoulders. And then hang on to your right wrist with your left hand. Try and keep the right side of the body on the ground. So breathe into that right side. And coming back to the centre, you can walk those feet in, arms down beside you. I want you to place your right foot, I'll turn on an angle a little bit here. Right ankle on your left thigh. Push your right knee away from you. You want to open up through the hip joint here. And then take your hands behind that left thigh. If you need a strap, you can take a strap behind that left leg as well. Interlace the fingers. You can even take it in front of the shin if you like. Keep the foot flexed. So this is a supine pigeon. So instead of being on your front, you're on your back. This is a little bit easier for people with bad knees. You don't have your body weight pressing down into the knee when you're laying back. You can gauge how much pressure and how much weight goes into that leg. We should also think about, for a little bit extra into that right glute, if you want to just slightly move your legs towards that left side, get a little extra stretching through that right hip. You want to keep both hips on the floor if you can. So you're aiming your left knee close to you as you keep your right knee away from you. And then releasing it down. You change sides. So take your left ankle across your right thigh. Again, you'll probably see a little bit more on that side. So push that left knee away from you, open up through the hip joint. And then taking your hands behind that little right thigh, keeping your knee away from you, right knee close to you. Flex the feet. Spin around to the side a bit more, you can see better there. So you want to make sure this hip stays down, but keeping that knee away. You can start to release that down. Have your knees in. Extend that left leg out to the front. Keep that right knee close to you. Change sides. And then hug both knees in. I want you to rock and roll along the length of the spine. Come into a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. Lift up nice and tall. Nice deep inhale, sweep the arms up, and as you exhale, come into your forward fold. You want to think about hinging at the hip if you can. Try not to round out too much. Just think about your chest moving forward. So grab hold of your ankles, grab hold of your pants. If you want to do that, if you want to get yourself a little lower, and hold. Just go where your breath, you can breathe easy. And then slowly coming up. Come into a fish pose. So this is where we take our hands a little bit underneath our butt. Walk those elbows in. We're going to open up through the front of the chest again. Lift the chest up. Point the toes, engage your thighs. You'll stop from collapsing by pressing those elbows into the floor. If it doesn't feel right to take your head back, keep your chin to your chest. It's about opening through the front of the body still. And then slowly release down. And you have your option to do an inversion here. So you can do shoulder stand, you can do a headstand, you can do a handstand if you like against the wall at your own, in the comfort of your own home. You can even do waterfall if you like. You can use a block underneath your hips. And then take those knees close towards your chest and then just hold there. So nicely supported. You can use cushions underneath your hips if you like. So you can stay here, or you can do headstand or your shoulder stand. Now your shoulder stand, you will take your legs over into plow. You want to make sure that your elbows stay on the floor, your hands come close together. Your chin lifts. You want to make sure you spread out those toes. So you try to reach towards the ceiling. You're pressing down through your elbows, your shoulders and the back of the arms. You're engaging the glutes, engaging your thighs, drawing the belly in, looking up and holding. So you can stay there and work on that for a little bit. You can do variations with your legs, or you can do a headstand. I want to do a little headstand. I have my blanket here just for a little more softness on my head. This is a lot of core work when you're doing a headstand. One way to gauge how strong your core is if you can keep your knees into your chest here. If you can't do that, you need to probably work on it. Knee up towards the ceiling, and then take those legs up towards the ceiling. And just hold. A little weight pushing into my forearms so I don't crunch into the head or the neck. My shoulders are lifted away from my ears. My thighs are engaged, my glutes are engaged, my core, belly drawn in, the pit of my belly is drawn in. Now if you're in your shoulder stand, come back into your plow. And you can start to unroll. If you're in your waterfall with the block underneath your hips, you can slowly bring the legs down, lift the hips and take the blocks out. If you're in your headstand, slowly make your way back down again. Just have a few breaths in child's pose. The others, you're lying on your back. And start to set up for a supine twist. So I'll come down for my supine twist here. Just move my blanket to the side. So right knee into the chest. And then I take it across. I keep my shoulder on the ground before I get my knee to the ground. Aiming the knee up towards the ceiling, guide it with that left hand, release down. Change sides. Take that hand on the outside of the left knee, guide the left knee towards the floor, but keep your left shoulder blade on the ground. Looking towards the left side. Then guide back to the centre and then release down. Sitting up for your Shavasana. So arms down beside you, let the feet fall out to the side. Try and relax the shoulders, relax the hips, relax the heels. Let everything sink into the floor. Soften down. Feel your breath and allow yourself to soften down. Take a big stretch. Point the toes, stretch the fingers. And bring them down beside you. You walk the feet in. And roll over onto your right side. You can use your hands to press into the floor to sit up. Looking a treat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Just bow the head slightly. Just think of one thing that you're grateful for today and just acknowledge that. You don't have to tell anybody. It's something that is personal to you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.